Spit to the beat. Podcast. It's all about inside the music industry.
Nobody do it better. Welcome to Spit to the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Stacy B. Unstoppable Prayer. We are back in the studio of 2024. Thank you once again to all my sponsors as well as my listeners. Continue to keep listening to the show. The broadcast come on every Thursday with a new episode at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can catch me at www.spittothebeatpodcast.com. Or you can go on and hear our audio podcast as well on Buzzsprout. Thank you so much for joining me today on this show. We got a very special guest. This is really our part 2 of our conversation. The first conversation took place right here in America, but now she has gone international. And I'm going to bring her on and let her introduce herself on Spit to the Beat podcast. Hey, what's going on?
Hi. Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. So happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Great. I know, like I just said earlier, we was in America.
Right?
You was in America with me. And we were
I know. Releasing my book. Now it's a whole nother venture.
Yes. So we're going to jump right on into that thing because, now you are abroad, international. Doing your thing and making it happen, manifestation of what we talked about in our last conversation. And now it has come full circle. You're doing big, major things. Let's talk about what's going on in Dance 2 world.
That's so crazy. So technically, I have not moved quite yet. I am doing what I would like to say is dating countries. So I am taking one country a month at a time, seeing what it's like to live there, to be a local, to taste their foods, try their culture, their dances. Yeah, it's kind of like slow traveling, but in a sense of submerging myself more than anything.
You started this journey back when?
I left the U.S. on May 1st.
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to wait till the weekend. I don't want to wait till the summer. May 1st, I'm out. And
there was a particular a goal deadline date to go to travel international, or just May 1st was set in stone?
No, I wanted to leave in April.
Okay.
I wanted to leave in April. I actually got a word from God that I could release everything and go. This was March 6th because I totaled my car on March 1st. So wow. I was like, bet. Well, I don't want to pay no more rent here. I'm going to have no more United States, nothing. I'm ready to go now. But that just wouldn't have been like a good that wouldn't have been a good way to steward the relationships he had already given me, because I was
Mhm.
teaching at a studio. I had mentees in 3 different cities. I had just a lot of things going on. And then, too, I wanted to see my family and spend time with people before I just left for 6 months.
Right.
So May 1st was like, okay, that's the start of a new month. And then that way it's easy to kind of keep up with what country I'm in, or if I'm in a different country, because at the top of every month I'm going to a new country.
Right. Right.
So it was
So
just easier to keep up with.
so the plan was to tour different parts of the country while you
Yeah.
was over there. What was the concept of doing it? I mean, what was the goal behind it?
The goal is to find a new home, because I've always wanted to live overseas. Well, since I studied abroad in college, I wanted to I'm working on having a dance abroad program. And I didn't know that it would happen through this way. But it's just funny how God works. And so the goal has been more so to just explore and release and just figure out what life is like in a different part of the world. And also, too, at the same time, venturing to see where I can put my mentorship program and build my baby up to a scalable corporation.
I think you're doing an amazing thing because you're traveling abroad. You're taking what you're speaking into your life seriously, and you're making it happen with the help of God. With that being
Amen.
with that being said, I'm going to just step back just a little bit. We're going to talk
Okay.
about the food culture. I know you missed a good soul food dinner, so tell us.
Woo!
So
When
tell us
I
about the food.
Oh my gosh. I just want to say, when I come home,
Uh-huh.
mama, I need the turkey necks, the mac and cheese, the candy yams, the greens. I need the whole spread. So the food has definitely been the food has been good. It has definitely been healthier.
Okay.
It has been lighter. Like, I rarely ever feel like I eat and get sleepy immediately or feel lazy. Most of the time at the grocery stores, the food is vegan. Like, some stuff I pick up don't even know it's vegan until I get home and look at it. And I'm like, oh, cool, this is vegan. So it's
Yeah.
not as like, oh, this is a vegan section. It's just like, this is the way of the land. The best food I've had so far has been in Morocco.
Oh
Their
wow.
food, oh my gosh, it
Is it
was
spicy?
it had a little kick, but not like a Indian type of spice, but more
Okay.
so just flavorful, like very seasoned very well. And and just the different you can tell it's a lot of different I guess you would say, like, seasonings and broths, and it's just a lot of different ingredients coming together to make really good cuisines. And yeah, that food is really good. Theirs have been my favorite.
Cool, cool.
Mm.
Look, let's jump right on into this other part too. I know the entertainment lifestyle over there for you, dealing with
Uh-huh.
their culture, coming into their entertainment, and knowing you already from the
Mhm.
United States and your culture of entertainment. How has they influenced you, or what have you seen so different from what you always experience?
When you say entertainment, what do you mean by entertainment?
More like their how they entertain through shows, through musicals or
Mm.
dancing or thing like that.
Oddly enough, and I think it's because it's the summertime, I've been to a lot of jazz festivals.
Okay.
Like, every country I've been to have had different festivals and like concerts and stuff outside. And like, a lot of the restaurants have outside seating. You rarely see people sitting inside. So that's definitely been kind of like a not a culture shock, but something I've been grateful for, um, which has been really cool. What else? I'm a foodie, so I just eat a lot. I don't really do. I don't. I don't really do too much. The places I've been have just been a lot. Oh, it's been a lot of live music. where people are just placed in like metro stations, different parks, different like sightseeing venues where they're not like booked for, but they just do their own individual acts, which have been pretty cool because I love live music. Um, what else?
So I know you get out and tour the city, each city that you go to, right? And
Uh-huh.
you see something
Yeah.
different. How has the people embraced you as far as, those who may know of you being coming from America and you bringing the dance community
The
to
dance community.
to the another world. So how has that been?
That has every place has been different. When I went to Portugal, uh, like they were cool and they were pretty accommodating. Um, but some people have this preconception of how America is. Some are
Right.
like, wow, America, and some are like, oh, okay. You know? So it kind of varies with how I'm welcomed. But for the dance community, America is so respected and seen as such a place of opportunities that I'm like, y'all, we go through some of the same struggles y'all go through. Like y'all having a hard time booking at certain rates. We have hard time booking at certain rates too. Like it just kind of varies. But as far as like Madrid was probably the one place that was not too fond of me being American. I don't know
Oh
if it was
wow.
like a Black American thing or just American thing, but they were different.
Oh
They were
wow.
different. Every other place has been really good, really accommodating, and especially like the churches I find a church in every country. So finding the church home and like them having an international or global respect or just a welcoming spirit has definitely helped me to submerge myself in each country. Like it helps me to become a part of a community and not feel so alone. So that plus the dance, that's pretty good.
Okay, cool. Hey, hold tight. I'm take a little short break. When we come back, I want to talk about your first sold out dance session. Okay,
Yay! Cool.
cool.
You're listening to Spit to the Beat podcast with your host, the one, the only Stacy B. Unstoppable per year.
Hey, this is Stacy, aka Beat Unstoppable Per Year with Spit to the Beat podcast. Would you like to be my guest if you're a singer, songwriter, musician, producer, or promoter? Give me a call at 901-341-6777 or email me at myguest@spittothebeat.com.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, good people? This your man, comedian A Train, and I want you to keep it locked right here on Spit to the Beat podcast.
And welcome back to Spit to the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Stacy B. Unstoppable Per Year, and I'm joined gracefully in my studio all the way across the waters over in Greece. My favorite niece, but her professional ain't Chanel Toot Williams.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Look, we left off
I
dancing.
forgot how to say hello in Greek. Us Yazoo. Yazoo.
Okay, okay. Oh, hey, you learned any more language over there?
I've
Just
been really dedicated to Spanish. I've been on Duolingo every day for like 60 days.
cool. Wow,
Yeah.
wow. So there's been a trying situation. You've been able to do it.
Yeah, we just want to thank God for Google Translate
Yeah.
because when I was in Bulgaria and now that I'm in Greece, they have a different alphabet. So most of the stuff I can't read at all. So I just take a picture and then it translates it for me and it makes it 10 times easier. So yeah, we're adjusting.
Hey, technology is amazing. Let's
Man, so good.
let's go back and talk about where we left off. Your sold out dance teaching session that you had. You posted it on the social media. we were super excited to see it and hear about it. So how did you feel about that? Let's go back to them receiving you as an instructor and want to learn from you and what you're
Mhm.
bringing to their dance culture versus what they're trying to, bring to you. How was that?
Yeah, well, they were amazing. I am super, super, super grateful to have sold out my first international class. And the thing about heels is now global, but everybody has their own style and everybody has their own interpretation of what that is. But
Mhm.
I feel like heels at one point went into it started off being about empowerment and then it went off into let me prove how sexy I can be and what I can do in the bedroom and stuff like that. And so it just kind of got lost. So my goal for them was to tap back into just the essence of a woman, what it's like to really move your body and feel confident and feel worthy of these things. And so just down to the song choices, from the time I walked in and hugging everybody, they were, yeah, they by the time we left, everybody was hugging me and just standing around to talk. And I was like, y'all, it's getting late. It's like we have to go. But they were, and one of the girls was like, this felt like art. Like we don't
Mm.
usually get classes like this, especially with heels. And I've noticed from taking heels classes in different countries, everybody choreographs so fast. It's so this. And I'm like, I just want to feel sexy and sensual and powerful. Why are we moving so fast? So I knew that my pocket was gonna be different. My choreo was gonna have a different feel. And they was like, we want you back. When you coming back? And I'm like, it will be soon.
All
Definitely.
right. So we're leading up to your amazing program you call Star Power, correct?
Yes.
So we're leading you traveling from city to city or a portion of the country to country, going
Mhm.
to the final destination. What month? What can we expect and when would it happen?
So the final destination, well, I don't want to say final because I really feel like I'm going to come home, but then I'm going to leave back out. I just want to
Okay.
put that out there. So
Okay.
the final stop of this run is going to
Mhm.
be October in London. My mentorship program, Star Power, will be there for 10 days, training with professional choreographers, with the UK dancers, and just experiencing the culture. A lot of times, as performers, we're on musical artist schedule, or we're in and out. We never really get to do our own thing. So the goal of this is to be a dance abroad, like how a study abroad program is in different universities. It's for dancers where we get to train and see how other dancers train. How do you guys teach? How do you have class? Because the way I had class in Madrid, every class was only an hour. Coming from the US, we have class that's at least 75 to 90 minutes. So that means really that class was only about 45 minutes because you still have people transitioning and stretching. Can you catch choreo that fast? Can you learn? Can you spit it back out? So every place is different, and I want them to experience that. I want them to know what that's like.
So how do the dance culture over there, how are they super excited about your power program that you're having over there? You brought it all the way from America over to Greece, and are they excited about being a part of it?
Who, the people here or
Yes, the people
the
there.
Oh, the people here in Greece don't even know about it yet. I just got to
Okay.
Greece last Wednesday, so we're approaching a week.
Okay.
Um, and typically, I mention the program mainly to like the studio owners and to some dancers in different countries. But not until I actually get to London will it be something that I'm actually publicly like publicizing.
Promoting. Yeah.
Yeah, promoting and stuff, because I would want them to actually be in some of the classes with the United States dancers. So
So
right
they
now,
won't have will they have a long way to travel to London?
who?
The country that's over there. the dancers over there? Would they have a long way to travel to where you having the Star Power program?
London from here or from the places I've been is a probably about a 5 hour flight for most places,
Okay.
but um I'm not sure. I would have to look into that. But for the most part, the dancers that are going to be in the London program are all American dancers. So
Okay.
they're coming from LA, Vegas, Atlanta, Nashville, Memphis, like all over the states, and then they'll meet me in London to do the experience.
Yeah, I was gonna jump right onto that. That was leading into my next question because I know we was talking about the dancers in the foreign country, but how excited are the dancers from the United States to come and be a part of this amazing program? Star
Yeah,
Power now is international. How does that feel? Talk
that
about it too.
man, that's wow. God is faithful. God is
Yes,
so
yes,
faithful. They are excited. I have some that have never been out of the country before. So they're, applying for their passports and, asking questions. And I
mm,
have some who like, I've only been out of town with friends and they don't dance. So now they get to experience just something totally, totally new. So I even if they're not excited, I am
yeah,
thrilled. I
yeah,
am over the moon because I'm like, this is something I've dreamed of for 10 years, and sometimes you don't see how God is making the steps land to this destination, but he's so strategic and so genius that it's like, wow, now we're fine. Now we're here. Like, now we're here. And now that we're here, it's like, okay, dream bigger, go bigger.
yeah,
And so I'm like, yeah, well, let's move to the next step because I actually want this to be something that dancers in different universities and schools experience. So we'll have a collegiate department. We'll also have an adult department that's outside of schools because what if you don't want to, like if you're just pursuing dance professionally, I think you should still be able to take advantage of the opportunities of doing that somewhere else. People get booked everywhere.
yeah.
Movies get created everywhere. Commercials are shot everywhere. There's a dance community around the entire world. You don't have to just be in the United States. Period.
Yes, exactly. I see, and I'm speaking this to exist. You probably already working on it, but I do see a book coming out of this. Over 10 years experience, your testimony, your travel,
Yeah.
your history behind dance and your influence. I see a major book coming out of this. What about you?
Hey, we receive it. We receive it. I've already said I'm a New York Times bestseller. I don't know what book it's gonna be for, but I see it and receive it that when it's time, it will be revealed to me and it's gonna be just that. So I see multiple books. I see multiple books for sure.
Amazing. Great, great. Last question. What do
Okay.
you expect to get out of this? I mean, you got dancers international, and you got dancers coming from America. What
Yeah.
does dance to expectation and what do you want to receive from this going forward?
That is a great question. Going forward, I want to see me tapping into everything I can that God has given me to keep up this lifestyle. Like I said, I want to come back home for a visit and I want to leave back out because there's so much more world to see. And
Yes.
the thing about being exposed to different cultures and different lifestyles is that you start to dream bigger and you start to be like, no, I'd rather have this. And then you start to get creative on how to keep and maintain and thrive in it. So I'm just open to see how God is going to make everything come full circle. But as far as me and my expectations, I want to not go back to the life I had. I wish I had still had a good life, but this one's better. And I like this one more for me. I
Hey,
like this one
levels
more.
after levels. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much and it's so much world out here. And I don't want to miss out on anything. I want to meet dancers from all over the world. I want to learn bachata and salsa and flamenco and just all the beautiful things as much as I can.
Well, there you have it, world. Chanel, Toot Williams, Dance Toot, as they called her. Look, last question, last thing. How can people? First of all, let me say this: when you do the Star Power program, will it be live where people can watch it from all over the world? And two, where people can find you at on social media right now?
Will it be live? Not every moment, but you should definitely follow our Instagram, which is at Star Power MSP. Should definitely follow that because we're going to have a dancer taking over the Instagram every day. We have a lot of social media secret things that's going to happen so that you can feel a part of the journey with us. And maybe in some of the classes, but it just varies and depends. As far as myself, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube at dance_TOOT. And just to be clear, if you need some dance lessons or some virtuals or some privates or some choreography, I am available virtually.
Yeah.
So book me so I can keep this life going. Amen. Amen.
There you go. When you put it out there like that, hey, you can't do nothing but help get the response that you are projecting. Because once you put it in the atmosphere, it will happen. It will. It's like karma. It will come back to you.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me. And thank you for allowing me to talk about my journey.
Most definitely. I'm glad to get this part 2 in. I'm super excited for you. I want you to have an amazing opportunity, shows, and meet people that you need to meet, whoever God need to put in your place, in your path, that all of that happens so you can live this wonderful life.
Amen. Amen. I receive it.
Hold tight as I close out the show.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to Spit to the Beat podcast. Want to know how you can help? Be a sponsor by going to our website at www.spittothebeatpodcast.com and click the support tab. You can also join us each and every week live at YouTube at Spit to the Beat. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for watching Spit to the Beat podcast. Join us again next week for another live broadcast on Spit to the Beat podcast.